just want to be a tree, I think. Like at the end.
Yeah. That should be your ad. Does this ever happen to you?
I haven't.
Okay. How did your passion for landscape architecture and being environmentally?
Growing up in Haiti, I've always been around like farmlands, vegetation, jungles, and like even as a little kid, like instead of like going to the store to get snacks, we'd go to the woods to pick fruit, pick vegetables, and we'd sit under like mango trees and eat our fill. And then but coming here, it wasn't like that at all. So it was like a whole shift change. So like I kind of like, it was something that I had to like grow out of and then like be reintroduced back into.
Because I'm hungry all the time.
That'll do it.
Because I love food,
So you just thought the best way to do it is to do your own food, or
like, where's our food coming from, right? Like that question, where's our food coming from? And then, like, can I make this food? Like,
For a bag of potatoes.
yeah, malanga. Put it in a cup of water, see it sprout. Like, it's so cool.
I like how you can literally just draw.
For me, it was super non-linear. So in high school, I was very involved in environmental related groups and started a club at my school. And then went to college thinking pre-med. So I considered switching into something involving agriculture, specifically permaculture. And I took my first landscape architecture class, which was a plant ID class. Be something that is for a farm, but really our approach to everything from how we design our cities, our spaces, our homes. And yeah, that's how I ended up finding landscape architecture and realizing that I could channel all these other issues that I was having problems with.
I really was into science, and like as a hobby did art, but never really saw it as something that I could like put together. And for a while I wanted to be like a marine biologist, but my mom was like, "You will make no money," so I was thinking about doing architecture, but I really, again, liked science, so I went into engineering, which she was not happy about either, because she's like, "No, it's so dry," and she was right, because I was working with in Boston, which is a very like progressive place, weren't viewing sustainable engineering as something necessary. They were viewing it as something that the client has to request, that the client has control over. And so I started like writing papers about how civil engineering should incorporate ecological engineering and all of this stuff. And then when Robert was discovering landscape architecture, he was sharing the principles with me, and I was like, well, that's what I've been trying to get from civil engineering this whole time. And it's like his kind of foray into landscape architecture helped me also get into that as well, because I didn't know what it was before. But now I love it.
what impact or legacy would you like to leave?
Obviously good, right? I don't know. Be more curious about things and like question things. Yeah, I guess so.
Chance that I can make like, even a space better than what I found it as, then that's fine by me. If I like even a park that's like old and ruined, and then I design it, and then 100 years from now it's still there and it's improved and evolved into something even bigger than the dream that I thought.
I'm really drawn to cultures that have a lot of more sort of ancestry-based philosophies, where they see themselves more as sort of temporary curators and protectors of our space in our time period. So for me, I feel like I don't want to leave any particular object, any particular company, that I feel like, especially through landscape architecture, I want to sort of change our culture, that rather than telling people in the future this is what you'll have, like I want to help make a culture that can sort of continue on indefinitely. And people
Empowering the people that I'm working with, or like the projects that I'm working with, to empower the community that's going to use them. And I think, like, especially as like a white person, I don't think I need any more recognition.
How did your interests in plants develop?
I was raised outside because electricity didn't work or only came on like 3 o'clock and they'll take it out at like 5.
Yeah.
So we were outside most of the day. Like if you want a snack, you didn't go to the store. You went out into the jungle or cut some breadfruit, mangoes. You sit and you have your fill. My personal favorite was cherries. So when I was like a little human, I would sit under the cherry tree and just eat cherries. Like,
As for the passion of plants, I think it's just something that comes from my family. We're Puerto Rican and Dominican, and Gas was saying earlier that his Haitian people have so much connections to the plants. And I think my family's absolutely the same way. I think we're a bunch of witches. And it's always been a part of our lives. From growing food to orchids to pretty much you name it. I just need life in my life.
It's so bullshit. I mean, my family is kind of the same, except we're from like the other side of the globe. My family is like mountain people from Romania. Oh, we would hike, like we would always be in nature. So when I was little, I would just go climb like muddy roots of trees and stuff like that. I don't know.
What are some social activities or volunteer work?
Today, we are going to Lincoln Memorial Park, which is the largest historic Black cemetery in South Florida of like Black pioneers in Miami. Like really important people are buried there. But for the past year, more trying to get all of these groups together that are like the stakeholders of this project, which is like community members, like anyone with resources in the community that can help bring awareness. But basically this cemetery, it's filled up and it's no longer profitable, and the owner who has had this property for generations, like it's been in her family since it was created, is having trouble maintaining it because they can't bury more people there. So what we're doing is trying to work with her and with the community of Brownsville to see how we can create a community park.
Explain what ASLA is.
ASLA is the American Society of Landscape Architects. And we as a club through ASLA, we've sort of adopted the park, and it's going to be our project for the entire year. So make it more presentable, but also trying to sort of respect that so much of the planting there comes from the cultures that are buried there, even if they're called invasive. So it's an interesting like ecological, social dialogue happening on the site. Going can be like,